Imagine your brain is like a flashlight in a dark room. If you point it at one spot, you see things clearly in that area. But if you try to spread the light over the whole room, it gets dim and you can't see any part of the room well. That's like your focus. Concentrating on one task lets you see it clearly, but spreading your attention too thin makes everything a bit blurry. Most people like you can't focus on one thing at a time. If they do it, they just got quickly bored. If you are one of them, then this book summary is only for you. Today we are going to discuss 10 key principles from the book called Hyperfocus, How to Work Less and Achieve More by Chris Bailey. Hello guys, my name is Isla, and if you're new here, hit that subscribe button to join our journey to productivity and focus mastery. So let's dive into today's lesson. Lesson 1. The two modes of attention. Imagine your attention is like a flashlight. You can either shine it on one specific spot, bringing everything into sharp focus, or you can broaden the beam to light up the entire room, seeing more but with less clarity. Chris Bailey in Hyperfocus, How to Work Less and Achieve More, explains that our minds naturally switch between two modes, hyperfocus and scatter focus. Both play a role in how productive and creative we are. Hyperfocus is that intense single-pointed concentration. When you are in hyperfocus mode, you are locked onto one task, blocking out distractions and giving your full attention to getting it done. It is the mode you want when working on something important, whether it is a project, studying, or any task that needs precision. Think of it as turning your flashlight to its brightest setting on one small area to make it as clear as possible. Now the question is, why does hyperfocus matter? Because it is in this state that we make real progress. By blocking out the noise and diving deep into a task, we can work efficiently and effectively. When you are in hyperfocus, time can fly by. You lose yourself in the work, and this is where some of the best ideas and most productive work happen. But our minds aren't designed to stay in hyperfocus all the time. Scatter focus is the other mode, where we let our minds wander and consider multiple ideas at once. In scatter focus, we are allowing that broader beam of attention to shine over everything, like lighting up the whole room. This mode helps us connect dots between different ideas, come up with new solutions, and let creativity flow. Now you might be thinking, why scatter focus is essential? Scatter focus is crucial because it allows us to step back from the details. Instead of diving deep, we look at the big picture and gain fresh insights. This is where innovation and creativity happen. So while hyperfocus is great for execution, scatter focus is where we dream up new possibilities. Understanding these two modes of attention, hyperfocus and scatter focus, helps us get the best of both worlds. Deep concentration when we need to execute and creative freedom when we need to explore. Mastering both can make a big difference in your productivity and creativity. If you want to succeed in your studies or at work, then you must master these two methods and create a balance between them because your mind needs both of them. Lesson 2. How to enter in hyperfocus and limit distractions. Imagine you are trying to study or work, but your mind keeps jumping around. To get into hyperfocus, you need to train your brain to lock onto one task and block everything else out. Here's how. Step 1. Choose one task. The first thing is to pick just one task to focus on. Think of it like choosing a single target for your flashlight. Trying to do too many things at once is like spreading your light all over the place. It just doesn't work. Pick the task that matters most right now. Step 2. Set a short timer. Now you might find it hard to stay focused for hours, and that's okay. Instead, try setting a timer for a short period like 20 or 30 minutes. This method is called the Pomodoro technique, and it's super effective. Tell yourself, I'm just going to focus on this one task until the timer goes off. Once the time's up, you can take a break. Step 3. Create a focus ritual. Rituals are powerful. Before diving in, do something simple that signals to your brain it's time to focus. It could be something as easy as putting on headphones, clearing your desk, or even taking a deep breath. These small actions train your mind to recognize, alright, it's time to get serious. Now, even if you enter hyperfocus, distractions can still pull you out. Here are some ways to block them out. Tip 1. Turn off notifications. Notifications are one of the biggest focus killers. Every ping and buzz takes your mind off track. Before starting, put your phone on Do Not Disturb or silence it, so you are not tempted to check every little alert. Tip 2. Use a distraction list. Sometimes random thoughts or to-do items pop into your mind while you are trying to focus. Keep a notepad nearby to jot these down so you can come back to them later. This way you won't be stuck thinking, "Oh, I need to remember this." You can just write it down and get back to your work. Tip 3. Find a quiet space. If possible, find a place where you won't be interrupted. If you are at home, let people around you know that you need some focus time. If you are somewhere noisy, consider using noise-cancelling headphones or playing some background music that won't distract you. Entering hyperfocus and limiting distractions is a powerful combination. When you practice these steps, it gets easier to dive deep into your work without getting pulled away by interruptions. So try these tips out and see how much more you get done. Then, the author started to talk about what is attention residue. Attention residue happens when we switch between tasks. Imagine working on one project, but then you quickly check your email. Part of your mind is still thinking about that email when you go back to your project. This lingering focus on the previous task is called attention residue, and it reduces our ability to focus on the current task. It's like carrying mental baggage from one task to another, which slows us down and makes our work feel scattered. The solution? Try to complete one task before moving to the next. If that's not possible, allow a short break between tasks to mentally reset. This small shift can help you dive fully into each task, making you more effective and less stressed. In a world that encourages multitasking, minimizing attention residue by focusing on one thing at a time is a key way to improve productivity and reduce stress. Now you might be thinking how to prioritize important tasks. Prioritizing tasks can be challenging, especially when everything feels urgent. A simple approach is to use the Eisenhower matrix, where you categorize tasks into 4 types: urgent, important, not urgent, important, urgent, not important, and not urgent, not important. Start by focusing on urgent and important tasks, which directly impact your goals. Then move to important but not urgent tasks. This helps with long-term success. Tasks that are urgent but not important should be delegated if possible. Finally, tasks that are neither urgent nor important can be avoided or delayed. By following this method, you avoid wasting time on tasks that don't matter and keep your energy focused on high-impact activities. This system helps you stay organized and ensures you are working on tasks that truly move you closer to your goals, making your day more productive. In this book, author also talks about how mindfulness boosts focus. Mindfulness, the practice of staying present, can be a game changer for focus. When we are mindful, we train ourselves to stay fully engaged with what we are doing, without letting our minds wander. This helps cut down distractions and boost our ability to stay on task. Imagine you are working on an important project, but your mind keeps drifting to other things. With mindfulness, you'd notice these distractions and gently bring your focus back. Over time, this practice strengthens your focus muscle, making it easier to concentrate for longer periods. It's like a mental workout. Studies shows that mindfulness can improve cognitive functions and reduce stress, which ultimately helps in staying more productive and clear-minded throughout the day. Whether through meditation, deep breathing, or simply paying full attention to a task, mindfulness offers a simple yet effective tool for maintaining sharp focus. Lesson 6. How can we leverage scatter focus for creativity? Scatter focus is when we let our mind wander freely, often sparking new ideas and creative solutions. This is the opposite of hyperfocus, where we zero in on one task. Scatter focus is valuable because it allows our brain to make unexpected connections. Think of it like daydreaming, but with purpose. When you let your mind drift, especially during activities like walking or taking a shower, it often lands on ideas that wouldn't come up during intense focus. To leverage scatter focus, try taking regular breaks from focused work. Allowing your mind to wander can recharge your creativity and problem-solving abilities. Many famous thinkers like Einstein use scatter focus to unlock breakthroughs. So next time you are stuck on a problem, take a break, go for a walk, or engage in a simple task and let your mind freely roam. You might just stumble upon the answer you have been searching for. Lesson 7. What is the rule of 3? The rule of 3 is a productivity principle that helps simplify tasks. It encourages us to focus on just 3 key goals each day, each week, and each month. By limiting your focus to 3 main objectives, you avoid getting overwhelmed by a long to-do list. Each morning, choose 3 things you want to accomplish by the end of the day. Then, identify 3 broader goals for the week. Finally, Set 3 major goals for the month that align with your long-term vision. This approach helps keep you organized and prevents overloading your mind with too many tasks. It's powerful because it ensures you are always making progress on what matters most. By narrowing down to 3 key tasks, you increase your chances of actually completing them and moving forward with purpose. Lesson 8. Why it's important to take regular breaks. Taking regular breaks is essential for sustaining focus and productivity. When we work continuously without rest, our brains get fatigued, making it harder to concentrate. Studies shows that taking short breaks every hour also helps our minds reset and stay sharp. A popular technique for this is the Pomodoro technique. Work for 25 minutes, then take a 5-minute break. After 4 cycles, take a longer break. These pauses give your brain a chance to recharge, preventing burnout and increasing creativity. Breaks also improve your memory as they help consolidate information in our minds. So don't see breaks as a wasted time, view them as essential recharge moments that can make you more productive in the long run. Lesson 9. How to train your focus muscle. Focus is like a muscle. It gets stronger with regular exercise. Just as you train at the gym, you can train your mind to focus better. Start by practicing focused work for short periods like 10 to 15 minutes. Then gradually increase. During this time, eliminate all distractions such as notifications or background noise. Set a specific goal for each session and try not to let your mind wander. Over time, you'll notice it becomes easier to concentrate for longer periods. Mindfulness meditation can also be helpful as it trains you to bring your attention back when it drifts. By practicing these techniques regularly, you are building your focus muscle, making it easier to stay on task, avoid procrastination, and ultimately get more done. And the final lesson is why sleep and rest are essential. Sleep and rest are fundamental for peak mental performance. When we sleep, our brain processes information from the day, clears out toxins, and recharges for the next day's challenges. Lack of sleep affects memory, focus, and decision-making abilities. Quality rest isn't just about sleep at night. It also includes short breaks during the day to let the mind relax. For example, a power nap or a quiet moment can help reset your focus and prevent burnout. Prioritizing good sleep around 7 to 8 hours per night and incorporating rest throughout the day can keep your brain in top shape. By taking care of your rest needs, you'll find yourself more focused, less stressed, and more capable of tackling your goals with a clear mind. So let's quickly recap what we have learned from this book summary. Lesson 1. Hyperfocus versus scatterfocus. Lesson 2. Entering in hyperfocus. Lesson 3. What is attention residue? Lesson 4. How to prioritize important tasks. Lesson 5. How mindfulness boosts focus. Lesson 6. How can we leverage scatterfocus for creativity? Lesson 7. What is the rule of 3? Lesson 8. Why it's important to take regular breaks. Lesson 9. How to train your focus muscle. And finally, Lesson 10. Why sleep and rest are essential. So guys, these are the key points that you have learned from this video. I'll encourage you to read the whole book. This book is full of tips on how to quit social media and phone addiction, and also how to study more efficiently. You can buy this book from any online store or from your nearest one. So go and have one. If you're still here, make sure to subscribe our YouTube channel for more content like this. Till then, stay curious and keep learning.